Look at that horse. This is a book that won a big award. It said, "Mommies love this book. Quincy finds a new home." And it's about the horse. Quincy, I think, is the name of the horse. It might be a little harder book, I'm not sure. But here's a picture of Quincy. And here, look at that. Must be the girl that rides Quincy. It must be her horse. Do you think? Look at his legs. He has one white leg and 3 brown legs. Can you count his legs? Quincy was a little red horse. His coat was the color of a new penny. His mane and tail were long and shiny. His eyes were soft and brown. On his nose was a long white blaze. See the white down? That's the white blaze. But he does look the color of a penny. Quincy lived on a farm with a red barn. In the summer, the hills and pastures were green. In the winter, there was so much snow in the fields that Quincy could not even go outside. He lived in the barn. Nearby, there was a forest with tall trees. Quincy loved to ride the trails in the forest. In the spring, when the snow melted, Quincy would go out in his pasture. The owner of the farm and the children of the family would ride Quincy to the trails in the forest. See the trails? Quincy was happy because spring had come. The sun was warm, the snow was gone. Quincy waited for someone to put on his saddle and ride him down the trails in the forest. But no one came. Day after day, no one came to see Quincy, but the neighbor man who filled his water tank. Quincy felt bad, he felt lonely, and he stood by himself by the fence. So that's the neighbor that gives him water, but nobody else. I wonder what happened. One morning, Quincy stood grazing in his pasture. A man and a lady drove up in a tan truck. They were pulling a white horse trailer. They got out of the truck and stood at the fence, looking at Quincy. The man took out a saddle. He put it on Quincy's back. The lady mounted up. The man opened the gate, and the lady rode Quincy down the road into the forest. Quincy flew along his favorite trail. When Quincy came back to the road, he trotted along the fences. Quincy was happy, proud, and he even pranced sideways. Do you know what prance means? It's how he walks. He lifts his feet up. Horses prance. Quincy stopped and the lady got down. Quincy saw that she was smiling. The lady and the man walked around Quincy. Then they stopped and stood in the pasture talking to him. The man stroked Quincy's nose. He talked to Quincy in a soft voice. He said that Quincy was strong and healthy. The woman held the reins of his bridle. She said that Quincy was beautiful and friendly. I think Quincy is beautiful. The lady stood by the trailer. The man said, "You are going to have a new owner." What? A new owner? Quincy felt surprised and confused, and he spun in a circle. Finally, Quincy stood still. The man took off the saddle. He put a halter and a lead rope on Quincy's head. Then the lady led him to the trailer. There's the lady, and there's the trailer. I don't know if we can see Quincy. The lady said, "You'll like your new home." What? Wait, a new home? Quincy felt sad and mad, and he kicked the wall of the horse trailer. The truck backed up. Through the window, Quincy saw his red barn. The trailer went through the gate and drove away. Oh, look at his eye. Can't you see that he's frightened? He looks very frightened in that trailer. After a while, the truck and trailer came down a long driveway. They stopped beside a large barn. The man and lady opened the door of the horse trailer. Quincy looked out. There were people standing in the driveway, and they were smiling and talking about Quincy. The lady led Quincy off of the trailer. She led him into the barn. There was a stall for Quincy with hay and fresh water. Quincy did not feel hungry. He did not feel friendly. He turned his face to the wall and fell asleep. His eyes looked so sad, don't they? It almost looks like he's crying. When Quincy woke up, he looked out. Down the aisle of the barn was a row of stalls. Quincy saw a horse in the stall next to him. It was an old brown horse with a white star on his face. He was looking at Quincy through the bars of the stall. The brown horse said his name was Bo. His voice was gentle and kind. He said that he would be Quincy's friend. Quincy listened carefully to what Bo said. He did not know what to say. Now, do you see that white spot? That's what they call the star. This is that other horse, Bo. He does look older than Quincy, I think. The new barn was a busy place. There were many horses and ponies. Every horse and pony had an owner. Most days, Quincy's owner came to ride him. When she did not come, a nice girl named Sarah rode him. After he was finished, he had a bath and he ate some carrots. So that's that nice girl that takes him for a ride. Her name was Sarah. At one end of the barn was a large building. It was called an indoor arena. At the other end was an outdoor riding ring. The indoor arena and the outdoor ring were full of jumps. They were painted white and red. Some were small and low, and some were tall and wide. They were for horses and riders to jump over. The first day as he rode around the outdoor rink, Quincy steered away from the jumps. He waited for his owner to ask him to jump over a jump, but his owner did not ride him toward the jumps. He stayed along the rail of the riding ring. I don't know if I'd want to jump. On Sundays, horses and ponies came from the other barns. The horses were tall and strong. The ponies were small and fancy. All the horses and ponies had braids in their manes. Do you know what their mane is? It's that long hair. A person called a judge stood in the middle of the arena. The judge watched the horses and ponies jump jumps. The horses and ponies that jumped best won ribbons. The ribbons were blue, red, yellow, and white. The riders who won ribbons hung them on the doors of their stalls. Oh, look at the ribbons. But Quincy doesn't have any ribbons, does he? The horse in the stall on the other side of Quincy was named Triple Gift. Triple was brown like Bo. He was one of the handsomest horses in the barn. On Sundays, Triple wore a shiny saddle with a white pad underneath. He had blue wraps on his legs just for jumping. See the wraps on his legs? They would wrap his ankles so they don't get hurt. He's got a spot kind of like Bo, but this one is called Triple. Triple Gift. The horse in the stall across from Quincy's stall was named Mark. Mark was red like Quincy, but he had long legs good for jumping. He practiced jumping every day. Every Sunday night, Mark's door was covered with shiny blue ribbons. Okay, what's his name? Mark? He does look like Quincy, but look at how his ankles are wrapped. So it must be dangerous to jump if you don't have your ankles wrapped. Every Sunday night when he ate his nighttime hay, Quincy thought about the jumps and the ribbons. Quincy was not tall and handsome. Quincy did not have long legs. Quincy felt worried. He felt different. Quincy did not know how to jump jumps or win ribbons. I wonder why they have Quincy. One Sunday night, Quincy was so worried that he told Bo his problem. He told Bo that he was not tall and fancy. He told Bo he did not have long legs for jumping. He asked Bo how he could learn to jump jumps and win ribbons. He wanted his owner to be happy and proud. Bo listened to Quincy. Bo was quiet for a long time. Then Bo said, "Jumps and ribbons are for horse shows." Bo told Quincy he had gone to too many horse shows. Bo told Quincy that he used to have a shiny saddle with a white pad and blue wraps just for jumping. Bo said that he had jumped many jumps and won many ribbons. Bo said that he had won as many ribbons as Mark. Quincy stared. Quincy was amazed. Quincy couldn't believe it. Now this is a picture of when Bo was young, and look at how he could jump. Then Bo told Quincy that Quincy's owner was Bo's owner too. Bo said, "You do not need to jump jumps or win ribbons. She just wants a good horse to ride and love and be her friend." Oh, Quincy felt happy. Quincy felt safe. Quincy lay down on his stall and went to sleep. So he wasn't going to be a horse that jumped. He was just going to be a horse to ride and have fun and be a friend. And that made him happy, safe, and he went to sleep. The end. That was a good one. Thanks for listening.